Boxing Lowdown, and I'm back here with another Mythical Monday video. Now, as always, guys, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Feel free to drop a comment if you like, and I'll happily get back to you. Now, let's get straight into it. This week's Mythical Monday matchup, man, would have been a fantastic fight. It would have been a fight of the year contender for sure. Probably would have won a fight of the year. It would have been that good. It would have been brutal. It would have been a great showing altogether. I'm talking about MARCOS MAIDANA and Ricky Hatton. If these two guys were to fight in their primes, who would have won? Now, I know what you guys are thinking. First of all, you might be looking at it as Ricky Hatton was at his best years, probably as a junior welterweight. He did move up to welterweight. MARCOS MAIDANA had his best years as a welterweight. But, you know, just purely mythical speaking, how would these two have gotten if they fought? They didn't actually get to fight each other, of course. They pretty much just missed the boat in terms of them fighting each other or that fight really being spoken about. But they do share a common opponent in Floyd Mayweather. Now, Ricky Hatton fought Floyd Mayweather. He was unbeaten at the time, on a great run, had defeated Kostya, moved up to welterweight, had a tough time against, who was it? I can't remember the Puerto Rican guy's name now, but he had a tough showing out against him. And, you know, he up until then, though, he was looking very good, and some people gave him a chance against Mayweather. Unfortunately for him, though, it didn't work out. Mayweather just too good on the night, stopping Ricky Hatton in the 10th round. MARCOS MAIDANA had a lot more success, albeit he did fight Floyd about 7 years later than Ricky Hatton did. So I guess it's kind of hard to compare which version of Floyd was better. But, you know, MARCOS MAIDANA pushed Floyd all the way in both fights. The first fight could have been a draw, according to some people. They look at that as probably Floyd Mayweather's one of his hardest fights. So MARCOS MAIDANA, man, when he was in his groove, he was brilliant. But he did lose to Amir Khan earlier on in his career in a fantastic fight that was. Real up and down showdown that was. MARCOS MAIDANA was floored by a body shot, and he had pretty much Amir Khan nearly out of there later on in the fight. So, you know, I'd love to know how these two would have got on. It just would have been, these two guys only know one way to fight. They love to come forward and, you know, they love to just assert their authority in the fight. Ricky Hatton likes to march forward, throws a lot of body shots. Very known for his left hook to the body, man. It fell so many people, that shot did. And let's not forget, when Amir Khan dropped MARCOS MAIDANA, it was with a beautiful left hook to the body. So would you be looking at it like Hatton would be able to smother MAIDANA and be able to, you know, get on the inside and work towards the body? Would be very interesting, because MARCOS MAIDANA was a great inside fighter as well. Very strong, probably would have been stronger than Ricky Hatton in my opinion. And, you know, he punched very hard. Asked the likes of Adrian Broner, asked the likes of Floyd Mayweather. He had both of them hurt. Adrian Broner, he dropped a couple of times. He didn't drop Floyd. But MARCOS MAIDANA had serious power in his punches. And he threw a lot as well. He threw a lot of punches, man. It would have been a fight of the year. No doubt about it. This fight would have been fight of the year, man. But in terms of refereeing this fight, or in terms of scoring it, it really would have just been a war of attrition, really. Who would have been able to assert their authority and who would have been able to survive, you know, the punishment? Because that's what this fight would have been. It would have been who would have been able to survive it. Ricky Hatton just concerns me with the cuts. He did have thin skin. He did tear up quite a bit in fights. He used to cut a lot. Ricky Hatton did. It was pretty easy to get. He was pretty easy to get cut. And in this type of fight here, where they're just throwing bombs and they're probably heads going in the way, I could see Ricky Hatton getting cut in this. It would have been a real tough fight, man. But I think I'm going to edge MARCOS MAIDANA on points. Now, it's tough for me to say that because, you know, I grew up watching Ricky Hatton, loved watching him fight. The fight against Kostya, where he literally shocked the world that night and defeated him in Manchester, made him quit. Nobody expected that. You know, Ricky Hatton at his best was an unmovable force, man, but so was MARCOS MAIDANA. So it's just hard for me to really judge it, man. When MARCOS MAIDANA fought Khan, he probably wasn't at his best. He still had his best years to come. And yeah, this would have been tough, man. It would have been tough, but I just have the feeling that I might edge MARCOS MAIDANA on points. But it's a close one. Would have been brutal, would have been a war. And I want to get your thoughts on it because, you know, it's just my opinion here. I'd love to see what you guys put in the comments on this one. And let me know how you think this fight goes, man. MARCOS MAIDANA against Ricky Hatton, prime for prime. How do you score it? Who have you got winning it? Let me know in the comment section below, guys, and I'll catch you on the next video.